So anything that
I'm saying I won't.
So if you allude to it, because you say a lot of tricky words.
No, I don't.
So
I say regular words that's tricky to you.
Tricky words funny as shit.
Hey y'all, it's Friendly Neighborhood Therapist. So, Mark Lamont Hill and the Joe Budden podcast. Y'all, this segment, first of all, let me preface this by saying I don't ever really watch the Joe Budden podcast. I was never really a fan. I have watched more clips now that Mark Lamont Hill and the young woman, I forget her name, have been on the show. I will admit that. But here's what the angle that everybody is coming at this clip from. I'm seeing a lot of people say things like, oh, Mark Lamont Hill is too intelligent for that show. He should have never went on there in the first place. You got to be careful who you place yourself around and energy and all these different things. And I understand. I get it. I don't necessarily agree or disagree. I do not like the elitist tone. And a lot of people are trying to say that's not being elitist. Yes, it is. To say that because he is more formally educated or he is somehow more intelligent than who he is sitting with, and that means he shouldn't be sitting there. I don't necessarily agree, because that is an audience that he may not otherwise reach. And to me, if you can plant seeds for somebody, that's a plus. Somebody watching that podcast who would never come across Mark Lamont Hill anywhere else can learn, can grow, right? So I don't like that. I've never liked that. And you also have to remember Mark Lamont Hill is from Philly. Like, I don't think people realize just because somebody does move up in life doesn't mean that they're not that same person from Philly. And I don't mean same person in a bad way. I just mean in their core values still relate to their people. And that's Mark Lamont Hill to me. And I like that about him. I'm similar in that way. But that's not what I want to focus on. I want to focus on the mental part of this. Some people are watching this clip and saying, Mark Lamont Hill has gone to therapy and spoken about it, and Mark Lamont Hill is on his healing journey, and he put himself in this predicament with this type of crew, and now look, he had to come out of character. First of all, I don't believe that was out of character. What I believe is he knows how to typically manage himself in those situations when he's in them. But what that doesn't mean is that he will always react or respond in this woo-saw healed way. See, y'all got it messed up. And I tell my clients this all the time. I can give you all the tools and all the interventions, and they are at your disposal to use on your healing journey. But that don't mean you're going to get it right 100% of the time. And guess what? That's okay. A lot of y'all toss out these cute little phrases. Nobody's perfect. God is still working on me. I'm on my healing journey. But then when you see someone actually act human, oh, they must not be as healed as they thought. Oh, they need to learn how to regulate. Who said that they didn't? What you're forgetting is no matter how far you are on that journey, you're still human. And I don't know what y'all think. Do y'all think that there's some kind of pinnacle point to the healing journey where you are just like transcendent to this perfect person who always has it right and always can emotionally regulate? There's not. You can never remove the human element. You are still human. If you believe what you say, that everyone is not perfect and that God ain't finished with you yet, then how come that only applies when you mess up or when you seemingly mess up, but not when others do? You feel like others should just have it together because they've been doing the work. Let me tell y'all something. Doing the work on me does not mean you won't get this work if you push me too far. I think y'all think doing the work means I'm going to react and respond perfectly every time somebody steps out of line or disrespects me or goes too far. Everybody has a limit. Everybody. My husband is a really good example here. For anybody who knows him personally, he is very calm, cool, and collected, often very logical, seemingly very well regulated emotionally. But if somebody disrespects me in his face, you're going to get a whole nother him. A whole nother him. The most well-managed, self-regulated individuals still have a limit. Limits can be akin to boundaries. Boundaries are for me. They can't control what you do. What they are set up to do is, if I tell you, if you keep saying this, then I'm going to react this way. I just told you what would happen. Mark reiterated to him, please don't say that to me. Don't call me that. Don't do that. Y'all think that because somebody has moved up and is on a healing journey and is intelligent, that means that they just gonna handle being disrespected well, that they're always gonna go high, that they're always gonna respond in this woosah, I'm elevated way. No. Sometimes people gotta show you I'm not the one to be played with. You will still get busted in your mouth if you come at me wrong. And I think social media got a lot of y'all confused because you behind keyboards. And so you get to say anything you want to say with no real repercussions. And I'm not promoting violence in any way, but what I'm saying is you can push a person too far. And being on my healing journey and doing the work does not mean you won't get this work. You understand? And don't make people feel bad about that. I tell my clients all the time, it's okay if you didn't get it right this week. It's okay if you got pushed past your limit, because guess what? You're still human. Because a lot of people on their healing journey start to feel guilty when they seemingly backslide. I don't even know why that would even be a thing. I know that comes up a lot in religious circles. You're in a backslidden state. Backsliding doesn't mean that you have totally ruined all the work that you have done for yourself and the growth and the progress. That's not what that means. What that means is I'm human, and sometimes I'ma react like me. All of it's me. The healing journey, the ratchetness, all of it. All of it's me. But push me too far and it's going to be a problem. And some of y'all have this problem with intellectuals where you think that you can disregard and disrespect somebody's intelligence. People get tired of that. That's why so many people feel like he ain't got no business on that show. Because to know that you have put in time, effort, energy into getting a formal education, into researching, into constantly reading, only to then be confronted with people who are nowhere near as far as you are in that realm and try to tell you they know more than you, yeah, that can be really irritating. That can get really irritating. And y'all expect a person to just keep taking that and keep taking that. No. You are going to realize that you can say what you want to people, but then you got to deal with whatever consequence and repercussion comes. Mark Lamont Hill is really far on his journey, to my understanding, but there's no pinnacle point to reach where you can just take anything or tolerate anything, nor should there be. If you don't remember anything else I've said today, remember this. Just because I'm doing the work on me does not mean you won't get this work if you cross the line. All right, y'all. Have a beautiful, wonderful rest of y'all day, and I will holler at y'all later.